Today we're going to go over the Colt Police Positive and the Colt Official Police. So we're going to compare both of the pistols together. So right here you have, this is the Police Positive right here. You can see there. And then this one is the Official Police. Now this one's actually just a little bit larger of a frame pistol. You can see the difference here between the two. If I hold them over on top of each other, you can see that this one, the frame of this one's just a much larger pistol. But first we can look at the Positive. So on the Police Positive, they made these from 1907 to 1947, actually. They came in quite a few different variants of calibers. There was a 32 long, there was a 32 Colt, there's a 38 Colt, which is what this is. And then they also had a 38 Special and then a 22. The 38 Special was a little bit more rare. They actually called it the Police Positive Special. So it was a bit of a rare one, and it came out a bit later. This one does have its original rubber grips. If you look through, if you're shopping for one, once they get to about 1923 or just about later, that's when they started switching over to the walnut grips like you see here on this one. It does have, just standard a V-notch rear sight, which isn't much of a sight there, and then obviously this half moon front sight. So they call it fixed iron sights. And you can see here too that this one is a 6-shot. So this is just a 38 Colt. So it's not a 38 Special. That cartridge would be longer. This is actually a shorter 38 cartridge. It does have its original hammer. This is actually all original finish with, like I said, the original grips on it. You can look here and see that, there's very little wear for this gun. Was from, I think, around I posted it in the YouTube short, but I think this one's from like 1910, 1907, somewhere in there. It's a really earlier one. But it's in fantastic shape for the years that it is. And I'm trying to think of what else is here. It does, like I said, it has original trigger. It does have the original hammer on it as well. But just a super cool gun. A little bit trickier to find ammo for because it's a lot easier to find just, 38 Special ammo. But you can see that one here. Now on the Official Police. Now this is a much heavier gun too. I mean, I would say the weight difference is this one, not half, but it's close. That this one's almost double the weight feeling of this one. Just the difference in the frame. I mean, you can even see too, like on the bottom of the grips, like just how much bigger the frame is. It's just a much heavier gun. They made this, the Official Police, they made these from 1907 to 1969. You can see here. They actually are still used in service. So the police actually use them from 1907 and then actually currently till now. That people still, or service departments actually still use them. These came with the walnut grips, as you can see here. They did have some that had rubber a little bit earlier, but most of them have these traditional walnut grips, as you can see. They came in quite a few different variants of barrel length as well. So this one came, well actually this one only came in 3. It was 4, 5, and 6-inch barrels. This one came in quite a few. There was almost a snub, like a 2.5-inch barrel, a 4-inch barrel, a 5, and a 6. But if I remember with my research on this one, the 2.5-inch barrel only came in a 32. So you can only find the 2-inch barrel in a 32 caliber. But with this one here, you can see it is also a 6-shot. Now this one is a 38 Special. It did come in a couple different variants. There was a 22 caliber option. There was obviously this 38 Special option. There was a standard 38, which is like this. And then there was a 32, and then a more rare, which actually one of the other subscribers on my channel, he messaged me, but he's looking to buy one of these in a 41. So it actually came in a 41 long Colt, which is a little bit more rare. And he was saying that he's trying to buy one of those to, finish his collection to have, all of the different calibers. This one as well too does have a rear V-notch sight on it, and then it also has that bladed front sight, or I don't know why they call this the bladed front sight, and then this one the half moon. Maybe because this one's just a little bit higher. That could be the only difference. But this one is just a great, it's a much nicer gun to shoot just because it has a little bit more mass on it. It's a little bit easier to hold on to. The grip's a little bit bigger. This one feels like, it's a little bit smaller, so you can't really get as much of a handle on it when you're holding on to it. it's nice to have a little bit larger of a frame pistol with a bigger grip on it just to make it easier to shoot. But also too, this one is all original. You know, it has its original bluing on it as well. This one, I don't think it was really carried, because if you look here, there's really no holster wear on it whatsoever. And you can see really there's no wear on it at all. And it does have its original hammer and trigger as well. And you can see a lot of these old walnut grips, even on any of the old Colts that I have, or even the Smith & Wessons, you'll see that they start to get a little bit of corrosion here where the brass is, where the screws are. That's just pretty typical. And it seems never to happen as much where the screw goes in. It's usually where the screw comes out. I just don't know why. But again, both of these are just super cool looking. I mean, I was very lucky to find them. I've had this one for a very long time. This one, I can't remember how long ago I bought it. Oh, and this one's from, I think right around I posted it in the video, but, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I said it was from the 40s. I think this is like 1943 or 44 is from the serial number based on this. And you can see the serial numbers here. I'll show those here. There's the serial number there. And then we'll do this one too, and then that should be good. But if you're looking to get either of these, I highly recommend them. They're really fun. I might actually do what that other subscriber is doing, and I may actually try to find this as well in a 41 long Colt. I was showing him where he could find a few, but I think it would be kind of fun to have it as well in a different variant. So anyways, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks again for watching.